Hey everybody, how you doing? Tom Barnes here, Stories from the 70s. You know, they say that understanding comedy is a sign of intelligence, and that might have been lost over the years as the politics have gone up and, comedy has leaned into making fun of it and anything else. Observational comedy is a thing. My friend Tahaa Kahn is in Chicago on the 14th of this month at the Den Theater with his show 72 Virgins. So, a lot to get to right now. I welcome him to the program now. Taha, how are you, sir?
I am fine. How are you, sir? Nice
I'm
to see
living
you,
the
Tom.
dream. Nice to see you. We should have been in person, but the weather today has caused a lot of issues across the board. But it looks pretty sunny where you are now. You're at Millennium Park?
Yeah, that's because of me. I've ordered sun for myself.
Oh, you have a connection to Mother Nature, yes?
Yeah, I pray 5 times a day. That tends to help.
Oh yeah, well, any little bit can help these days, right? There's a lot of things going on that we probably should all pray for. One of them
Yeah,
just being that the world can stop being on fire.
yeah, I could second that. I think we need more peace and loving people in the world.
And with that, though, I think comedy is a good way for people to exercise some peace, some love, and just laugh at ourselves again. I mean, when did that become a thing that people don't want to do? Like, it seems like people don't want to laugh at themselves and just relax a little bit.
Some of us like to take ourselves to. Wait, if you're hearing some music in the background, that's the symphony playing. You
Well,
want
you
me to
queued them
stop?
up, right? This is all part of the segment.
Yeah, yeah, that's for an epic. This is an epic journey, ladies and gentlemen. You're beginning with Tahaa Kahn and Mr. Tom. No, I think we are treating war as comedy, and we are treating comedy as a war,
Mm. And
and
that,
that says volumes about us as people. I was just the other day talking to somebody, and one of the things that I do is teaching. And somebody was asking me, why did you become a comedian? And I was like, when I was a teacher, everybody thought I was a comedian, and nobody took me seriously. Now, when I'm doing comedy, every word I say is being taken so seriously. We have the word backwards, if you know what I mean.
yeah. So what do you think? What happened? Is it just because of the last 6 years since the pandemic, the world has just gone a little off its kilter here?
No, I think we are expecting morality from our comedians and expecting illegalities and illicit behavior from our politicians. It's I don't know how to deal with it other than the fact that I turn everything into a joke and process my feelings that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't comment. I mean, the American situation is you never know about it. I'm an observer. When I
Yeah.
see something in the society, I found a way to channel it through my comedy. But I can't tell you the reasoning. Again, the epic music. I'm. I think they're picturing Dune.
It kind of adds to the whole entire thing. I love it, honestly. But you mentioned, observations, and that's kind of your jam with faith, family, identity, all shaped uh, from living in Pakistan, Turkey, Germany, the United States. You bringing it here to the Den Theater the 14th, which I believe is Friday,
Yes.
for your 72 Virgins show. Can you tell folks a little bit about what to expect at the show and what you have learned in living all these different places, all very different places, I will say.
Yes, I'm just holding on some of the noise in the background to clear.
No
Yeah,
worries.
they are all very different places, different languages. I had to pick up every place I went to. I didn't know anybody, including the U.S., but at least I was able to speak in English.
Mm-hmm.
But Turkey, I didn't know anybody. I had to learn the language, learn the culture, get a job, make a life. And then circumstances changed. I moved into Germany again, didn't know anybody, got a job, learned the language a bit. I'm still struggling. I mean, life is too short to learn German anyway.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, I mean, a language that has 500 kinds of the.
Yeah, that's just a waste of time, it seems.
Yes, it's just, I'm going to start talking about my German is scheiße, but I can still. So all that comes in. for example, one of the things I've noticed in different cultures is sex and violence remains the same constant throughout cultures.
Really?
Yeah. So whatever we do, I've noticed that sex and violence remains the same. For example, uh, in German language, if you want to tell to somebody that they are looking good, you tell them, du bist ein Hammer,
Oh,
which means you are a bomb. And everybody thinks that we are the terrorists.
uh, it rolls right off the tongue too when you say it.
Yeah. Du
You
bist
are a
ein
bomb.
Hammer.
Wow.
So that's how you're giving compliment. I mean, even in English language, if you had like a good night of sex or something and you made love, you're always expressing it like, oh, I totally hit that, or we smashed,
This is
as
true.
if making love is a demolition derby.
Yeah, yeah, we
It,
do that.
even in my language, Urdu, it's very similar. When you have a good meal, you don't say, I ate very well or it was a good meal. You say, khana phod diya, which means I blasted the food out.
I've lasted the food out.
I blasted.
Oh, you blasted the food out.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
No.
that
So
doesn't
you
sound
see,
good at all.
sex and violence is in everything, in every culture. I think that's the common thing across humanity. In Turkish language, it's even worse. You can actually basically have sex with every part of the body.
Oh,
There
really?
is an actual television show that ran on in Turkey,
Mm-hmm.
and they had this very claddy woman dressed up on the street, and her job was to satisfy and do all the deal with the cars that are stopping. And right at the end, before she enters the car, she has to tell them that she's suffering with AIDS. And no one said no to her, to an extent that there is one guy who said that let the horse die by eating more grass.
Wow. They do.
So when a
Wow.
Turkish man decides to have sex with you, even death can't stop him.
Well, they must be that hard up there, huh?
I I don't know. I haven't experienced Turkish love.
Well, probably for the better at this point.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, you're right.
uh,
So everybody is different. I just try to move my way. Most of my moral values and stuff comes from my religion and my brought up in Pakistan. My mother had a huge role. My father was absentee. He was busy marrying other women. So
hmm.
so my mother had
So,
a lot.
yeah, well, so not following in your father's footsteps, completely different family business that you're doing, yeah?
I haven't made a family, but I am not screwing around if that's what you're asking.
Or just having multiple, yeah, never mind.
Multiple legally, I can't do that in the US anyway. Thank you very much for putting me on the spot.
Well, that we have
I
Mormon
am doing
church here
show
in the
on
United
72
States.
versions, by the way. Someone was asking why would you name it 72 versions. I was like 72 OnlyFans model wouldn't sound kosher or halal, so you got to
Ah,
go with the
sure.
versions.
In
It's
all of your travels, where do you seem is there a particular place that you see comedy more than other places, or in the way you mentioned, sex always kind of across the board, something that you can find an observational comedy from. Is there a particular place though that stands out where you're like, man, I got a lot of material from being there?
I wouldn't say my material, but I found the best people who had a sense of humor was Bulgarians.
Really? What's so?
Yeah, people don't expect that, but they have like these little things that they speak about. Uh, for example, there is a phrase they use when they have to speak English, which is "Hold my bag, I'm about to speak English,"
Oh, kind of like
which
hold my
means
beer when you're about to go fight.
no. So this means that hold my bag because I cannot speak English. I'm going to use my hand gestures a lot and assume the other person will understand what I'm saying.
Oh, sure.
And once I was in a relationship with somebody from Bulgaria, and we were walking down the street, and there was a pole sign next to a house which had some electrical stuff there. And rather than saying just like if it's in America, we will say, do not touch it. They didn't say that. They said, if you don't know what you're doing, don't come near it.
Oh, that's pretty good advice.
Yeah. So they would, I found that also Turkish people also have a sense of humor, I believe. Mostly our European friends and Northern European friends are very straight up. Like they won't get, like if I am telling a joke in Germany, I could speak for 25 minutes. They would all listen with concentration
Hmm.
if I can then deliver a punchline. And they'll laugh for the next 5 minutes.
Oh,
It's
that's so strange.
yes, they have the patience to sit through a setup, which we lack in the US. Now we want like rapid fire. Yeah, just tell me what the
Yeah.
punchline. People are not even waiting on the setup anymore. They're like, just give me the next punchline. And impatience is something which is I found here. People are running out of patience.
Yeah, we've done that to ourselves, I feel like, as a society, especially in the States, with everything available, like you can order anything and it shows up to your house from groceries to probably hookers now, for all I know. I don't know. There's probably an app for that somewhere that I just don't know about. But,
Oh, no.
everything in between. Yeah, I think that's what's ruined our attention span.
I was saying it to a friend yesterday. Even hookers are not working anymore. They are on OnlyFans, so they are not actually doing the job. Like no one's working.
God,
Like it's like
we're
everything is
screwed.
easy access. Yeah. So I don't know. Meanwhile, we are busy bombing other countries, and that's the only thing we are good for anymore, I think.
Well, and we're
So
almost out of missiles, so we're screwed once that happens. Because then that, just let everybody. Yeah, it goes off the rails quickly here in the
yeah,
States.
we are becoming more, this is sounding more like a podcast of politicians. You want to flip this or you want to keep this in that direction? Because I can talk about
No, we can
politics.
flip it. Let's.
Thank you. If you want to do that, otherwise I'm open.
Nah, they don't need any more.
Yeah, there are so many podcasts where people are discussing politicians, and I mean that's all we are doing. I would bring politics in my comedy every now and then and make a statement, but generally I like my whole shebang is because you asked long time ago that what could people expect, and I don't know how did we end up with hookers, but 72 version is not about hookers.
It was my fault. I said there's an app for it. I think.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's called Tinder.
Uh, Yeah, but that's your comedy though, discussing everything and finding some common ground, even with the
Yeah,
hookers and the bombing and the 25-minute setup, you and the punchlines that are just coming aplenty here in the States. You're hoping to find common ground throughout.
yes. I allow people to listen until they are grouped in. If you have seen any of my bits, or if you have gone through my specials, you would see that I'm discussing something very serious. Then I pivot it into a laughter, which gives people also if it's up to you if you want to laugh just at the punchline because or you go back home, the joke stays in your brain and like, oh, I heard this somewhere. And I think that's something in society we need to work on. So it's a thoughtful, provoking experience, hopefully. I was on
Well,
another
I mean, that
interview
kind of.
and
Go
I
ahead.
said to them, if you read books, you're going to enjoy my comedy. Yeah, I have alienated
Well, hopefully,
59% of the country right now.
yeah. Well, hopefully they're audiobook listeners,
Yeah, sure.
right?
Damn straight.
And you mentioned, yeah, you mentioned your comedy. I mean, it's catching on. It's worldwide. I mean, you got something on Amazon, where people can watch your special. You mentioned the special. What's that been like, just to have something that you like? You mentioned a teacher to a comedian because people have told you were funny. To having something on Amazon the way that you have, I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it honestly, I don't know how that happened. I just sent it to them like, hey, do you think it's worthy of being shown on Prime and Fire? Sorry. I think I might have applied for Prime. They gave me Fire. Okay. So because I think you need different
Hey,
legalities to be on Prime, which I didn't have at the time. Like you need certain lawyers and stuff. It has some distribution. There's a process to it which I didn't have at the time. But Fire I
sure,
could
sure.
do. Spotify I am on, Halal Hilarious, and 72 versions both are on. But for this show at the Den Theater on the 14th, I'm doing a new material also. Like I'm bringing back some oldies because I haven't said those jokes in Chicago, but I'm ending up with very strong newer jokes and some crowd material, of course. I would want to talk to the Chicago Heights and see what's up. What's about this weather?
Chicagoans.
Chicagoans. Okay, thank
That's
you
what
for
we say,
correcting me.
Chicagoans. But you can say Chicagoites, but that I think that's
Chicago,
the German in you coming out.
yeah, Chicago in, and you can't get in when the weather is bad. It's ironic.
No, you can't. You cannot at all. It'll take you 17 hours to go 4 feet. What if you if you could, like, what do you want? What do you want to hear from the Chicagoans? Like, do you want to hear, like, what do you want to ask them? What are you curious about them?
I So Chicago, I find, is a very good mix of Midwest meet Eastern. It's like the Turkey of USA, like East meets West. Oh my God! Excuse me,
Mm-hmm,
my
mm-hmm.
English is not my first language.
It's a
East
symphony
meets
going on in the
West.
background. It's okay.
I think they cleared up. They heard me talking like, okay, we need to pack up. This guy is not making any sense. Yeah, East meet West is kind of like what Turkey is. I think it's very similar with Chicago because you have Midwesterners with very much left wing ideologies. So
Mm-hmm.
I find that to be a very good mix. And generally, and don't kill me, my New York folks, I found this crowd to be much accepting. Not in a way that you can talk about different stuff. And I feel sometime in New York, people are apprehensive of laughing on different topics. You're at a comedy show. You shouldn't
I
be
get that.
apprehensive about you. It's written outside the board that it's a comedy show, so you shouldn't be taking anything seriously, or don't take yourself too seriously, like we started discussing, and you'll have a good time. So that's what I'm expecting. I want people to talk to me on stage if they feel like something. I want them to relax at the place and generally have good time, have fun. If they drink, I seem to be get funnier by each drink, but
Well, then you're good. Most of these places is a 2 drink minimum anyway.
I cannot condone drinking. I'm a Muslim. But I'm just
I
this
didn't
is
say what
just
kind
like
of drinking. I just said drinking.
thinking, yeah, you're right. Uh, yeah, so just have fun and enjoy. Come out, see
Yeah,
something
well, you
different. So, different thing about me being somebody asked me this the other day. Also, I'm a first generation immigrant. Like I'm not an immigrant, uh, second generation immigrant comedian. So those are kids who are born here, who speak like you, who sound like you. They might not look like you, but they are basically you, who are
hmm.
inheriting a heritage from their parents and building up on that. And kudos for them for doing that. My shebang is different in a way that I have those struggles that a first generation immigrant has. That is why I do like several different jobs. It haven't come in our conversation, but I have worked from cleaning toilets to loading FedEx trucks to now that I'm doing teaching, all whilst trying to sustain a comedy career and going at nights and trying to build on material and write, and in between homes and in between losing jobs. And I have done everything that you can think of under the sun to survive while also being maintaining some sort of presence on the comedy scene. So it has been quite a journey for me. And so
Yeah, I mean,
that,
do you
no, no, keep going. Sorry.
I was to say, do you find that the struggles that you've had with all the different jobs and everything that you've done helps you cope to do the comedy, or they kind of are right now, the one kind of needs the other right now where you're at, and then eventually, hopefully, you jump jump further where you don't need to work the toilets and the FedEx trucks and even teaching.
Teaching is something I feel like a calling. I think I can contribute to society there. Actually, I was cleaning toilets for the vaccination timing because no one was willing to do that. And I thought this is one way I can contribute. I like to do that even with my
Hmm.
comedy. I work with UNICEF. I do Comedy for Good. It's a project I picked up with UNICEF. We do shows and then any affected areas. We started in 2022 with the flooding in Pakistan. Then when the US moved out of Afghanistan, there was lack of schooling there for girls. We generated some money for them. So this is something I keep doing. I'm coming back to Chicago on the 13th of September to do a show for the kids who are suffering with autism. It's a charity show I'm doing on the 13th of December. So, uh, like I said, if you enjoy comedy with some sense of reason behind it, uh, you're gonna love my sets. And if you enjoy just like rapid fire, and that's I mean, so many people are doing it. Enjoy that. I mean, I don't have anything against it. It's just like that's what I bring to the table.
Well, and
You might
I think
leave
you'll
being a
find
better
people
human being.
from Oh, well, sure. I mean, we could all hope for that, right? You could all get better
Yeah,
every single day, but I think you'll
yeah.
find people from Chicago are welcoming. You got that Midwest charm of welcoming, understanding, and we'll give you the space to set the joke up, and we'll really appreciate the punch.
Yeah, if you don't, you can always punch me, and that's that's uh,
Well,
that's what something. I have a
that's the
very
VIP
punchable
ticket
face.
that you were selling.
I have a very punchable face. No, I know it's not like New York doesn't accept me. I do shows there regularly. I open for at Gotham. I open for several bigger names. I'm there generally, but that's what I find. Like I've been pushed several times to kind of like set up punch, set up punch, set up punch, and I don't enjoy it. That
Hmm.
people laugh, then that's good, and I have that and I do that. But I like to be able to give them a different side of the story with delivering laughters, of course, because
Well,
that's the whole point.
yeah, and doing it differently than everybody else, right? I mean, everybody else, then it becomes noise. To stand out, you got to be a little different, and that's how people will differentiate the you with everybody else that they've seen, and hopefully they'll get that experience in true living color in person at the Den Theater here in Chicago on Friday. If people want to follow what you do, where's a good spot for them to find you?
So it's my name, Tahakahn. So you just write it. It's the same on YouTube, Instagram. My website is called the same.com. Twitter is all the same. I'm not very active there. I am have a better presence of people with me on YouTube. It's above take 10K. I'm because I'm doing so many things. I'm not always active on Instagram on these places. But unless when I'm doing a show or I'm
Yeah, I get
promoting
that.
something, like you would hardly see me going through a shopping mall and telling you, "Oh, I am in a shopping mall today." I don't know the reason behind it, why people do that. You will know. I won't be bothering people with my daily life. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I sometimes do street
Oh, thank
interviews.
God, it's okay.
I do street interviews if you find something like that interesting. Those conversations are always nice to catch people off guard and this. Well, in New York, everybody is like holding a mic these days, and they come to you. Well, how much do you make, and what's your rent?
Well, that's a different kind of comedy, isn't it?
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but I try to contribute whichever way I could. I hope people enjoy it.
Well, getting people to laugh is doing just that, sir, and they can do that Friday, August 14th at the Den Theater. I imagine you go on sometime in the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour, probably.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. is our slot. We have only 10 to 15 tickets left. So at this point, I'm taking everybody. Come in.
Come on in. Come one, come all. Buy the VIP ticket where you can get punched in the face.
Yeah, you have that. If you don't laugh, you can always. If you don't like the punchline, you can punch me. Uh,
Well,
Please don't
uh,
take me on my offer.
no, I would say we're just kidding. We're kidding around, everybody. The internet sometimes could be the internet, but either way, you seem like a lovely human being who would not never would you don't no punching in the face necessary. So it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you, getting
Same
to
here.
hear some of your stories. And I got to say, thank you so much for getting the symphony behind you there to play a little bit in the intro. That was fantastic. You guys, you already have some pull in this city.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice. Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Tom.